everyone.
We are from Kyrgyzstan.
The topic is fighting for Earth ecology, a new method of dealing with oxides.
Every year, around the world burns about 100 million tons of trash in 800 incineration ovens. And even the most ultra-modern incinerations, built with the latest technology and multi-million filters, are not able to hold the smallest particles, thus toxic oxide. Oxide is one of the most harmful substances that can be disposed of. This eventually leads to the development of cancer cells in the human body. We decided to look at the problem unusually used and found a standard solution to solve this problem.
Trash is becoming a larger and larger problem for us and for the environment. As we continue to waste more and more, we use more natural resources and increase pollution in our world. In most of the world, including North America, we do one of two things: burn it and bury it. Neither one is good for us nor for the environment.
Garbage releases dangerous gases and dust, which contribute to global warming and pollute lakes, oceans, cities, forests, half a world away from where they originated.
Burning garbage also causes both air and water pollution, and simply transporting it to the sites consumes an increasing amount of fossil fuels, which produces more pollution and other problems. As you see, the garbage is dumped into the ocean, especially in Pacific, and it affects the marine life.
Recycling and composting are other ways to deal with trash. Both recycle and composting can decrease the use of resources, the amount of pollution in the atmosphere, and the amount of trash which would end up in landfills or the ocean. Recycling can save trees, oil, water, energy, and the landfill space, and greatly reduce pollution.
Here you can see the table of municipal solid waste. The top three countries are Switzerland, Denmark, and Cyprus. We propose to eliminate the problem as its root and prevent burned garbage. We experimented recycling all kinds of garbage and further processing secondary raw materials. The first step is to sort, and then every kind of garbage will be disposed of separately, and then be let in secondary use, with the result that all the costs of this process will be covered by debris.
Waste sorting. Sorting plastic bottles. Raw materials use a plastic bottle collected and sorted into unpainted and painted classes. Each color is further processed separately. Then discarded bottles of PVC. Their processing also occurs separately. Manually delayed objects such as rubber, glass, paper, metal, other types of plastics. Each color is further processed separately. Sorting of plastic bags. Yes, the same eco-friendly and degradable plastic bags do not decompose completely. That's why they need to sort by type ecology. Sorting of food waste. Food waste is sorted. All kinds of food waste can be received and can recycled and receive a 98% result.
Recycling plastic bottles. The entire recycling process of waste plastics is divided into three main stages: crushing, agglomeration, granulation. The first stage, or crushing. Crushing entails waste of grinding. The second step, sintering. Sintering, compacting plastic waste into smaller pieces. Moreover, these pieces have in principle can be sold as raw material ready for further processing. At the third stage, the raw material granulation becomes more uniform in appearance, and accordingly, it becomes better and better recyclable. Recycle of plastic bags. There are three most popular ways to recycle polyethylene relevant products: extrusion, casting a certain pressure and rotary processing method; extrusion, pipe making use of polyethylene as well as cables, films, sheets of polyethylene type, which is often used in the construction industry as well as for packaging of finished product. Polyethylene products obtained during the processing of polyethylene in this way got quite widely applied in almost all areas of modern industry. Recycling food waste. Compost pile can be done simply on the soil surface, which is recommended to dig. Hygiene and aesthetic reasons still better to use a container, for example, wooden crate with 3 or 4 side walls. Bulk compost must include at least 1 meter of compost, otherwise the process will not start rotting. Bottom should be open to worms and microorganisms may easily penetrate into it, and vice versa. Laterally, compost material must be well packed and easily hidden. If the site has enough space, the optimal solution is the silos of 3 offices. Freshly harvested compost, semi-pipe and mature placed in such a case there. When the compost pile runs out, it can be reassembled and put.
As a result, we have achieved significant reductions in air toxins and further development. And about the problem with rubbish, we decided it so that debris will not only benefit the urban infrastructure but also economists. We received construction and industrial materials, metals such as copper, iron, aluminum, and glass, compost for growing flowers and landscaping areas, parts of the old machine. We hope that our project will be helpful in this needing.
We hope that you are worthy of our efforts and appreciate the effort. Everyone should try to develop himself in the beginning, after the people around him, after all others. If we can assist in the fight against one of the global challenges of the world, we will be only too happy, as the number of diseases and suffering from harm vaccine is growing every year and the fight against this problem.